A very happy and cheerful morning to all my dear students. I hope you all are fine at home and taking care of your health. So, we are back with our social studies class. And as you remember, in the last class we had stopped at the Stone Age. And what is it? The uses of stone. As I always say, that during the early times, that is early humans, they didn't have weapons, they didn't have knives. So what they did? They used stone to make all the things so that they get protection. Now that was over. So the next topic is rock paintings. First let's watch the video and then we will understand.
Paintings. Early humans lived in caves and they decorated them with paintings on the walls. These drawings were of running wild horses, bisons, bears, stags, and herds of other animals. Some of these are found in Madhya Pradesh and southern Uttar Pradesh. Red, green, white, and ochre colors are used in the paintings.
Now, the topic is rock paintings. So, as it is described that the early humans lived in caves. They have not discovered bricks, walls, cement. So, उन्हें पक्का हाउस तो मिलेगा नहीं. Okay? So, they used to live in caves. Now, in these caves, what they did? Just like how we decorate our house, isn't it? We like to decorate our house and to keep it presentable. In the same way, they used to decorate their caves by painting it. So, what did they paint it? These drawings were of running wild horses. You can see these are wild horses. Okay, so paintings किसकी करते थे? Running wild horses. Then bison. Now what is a bison? It is a male ox. Okay, हमने ox के बारे में जानते हैं. So it is the male ox. Bison की भी drawing होती थी. Then bears, stags. What is stag? A male deer is known as stags. So all these drawings and coloring and paintings were done in their caves. Moreover, herds of other animals. Herds का मतलब basically होता है कि कोई भी type के animals हो, be it deer, be it cows, horses, so they are together. Okay, जब वो साथ में जा रहे होते हैं, it is known as herds. Some of these are found in Madhya Pradesh and southern Uttar Pradesh. So if you want to see, how can we see it? We can see it in Madhya Pradesh and southern Uttar Pradesh. Okay, इतना ज़्यादा तो अब popular है नहीं, because everyone lives in pakka houses and flats and buildings. But earlier times, that is the earlier humans, they used to live in caves. Reds, green, white, and ochre color are used in the paintings. Now, red, green, and white we know. The ochre color is somewhat, you can say, dark yellow or orange. It is like a mixture of dark yellow and orange. So these colors were found in these paintings. This was rock paintings.
These paintings also show men hunting either in groups or alone, riding, women grinding and preparing food and dancing, etc.
So what else do they show? They show the animals as well as human beings also. So what they decorated, they had picture, they have drawn the men hunting. Okay, उन्होंने किसकी drawings की है? There are men who are hunting and the women who are grinding. They are preparing food. So all these paintings we can find in these kind of caves. That is known as the rock painting.
Environmental changes. As discussed earlier, the climate of the world changed around 12,000 years ago. It became warm from cold. Due to this change, grasslands developed. This development increased the number of animals that survived on grass.
Now talking about the environmental changes. In this chapter we discussed so many things, right? That is the weapons that developed from time to time, the Stone Ages that was divided, Paleolithic, Mesolithic and Neolithic. And as you remember that we also discussed that initially, that is early humans के time पे क्या था? It was cold and ice everywhere. Weather कैसा था? ज़्यादातर cold ही रहता था. But around 12,000 years ago, 12,000 years पहले क्या हुआ? Suddenly cold से warm होने लगा. Okay, slowly क्या हुआ? Weather cold की जगह warm होने लगा. Now the ice started melting, and because it was warm weather, so the grassland also can develop. And grasslands के लिए भी suitable weather था. So what happened? This development increased the number of animals that survived on grass. अब grasslands develop हो गए. So ऐसे animals like cow, goat who prefer eating grass, so उनका survival बढ़ गया, right? Because उससे पहले तो उन्हें properly food नहीं मिलता था. They used to eat from the trees or the plants, but because it was so cold, it was difficult for them to find food. As these grasslands developed, such kind of animals who survive on the grass, that is जो grass eaters होते हैं, उनका survival increase हो गया.
Hunters of these animals also followed them. They learned about their breeding seasons and for food habits. Slowly, people started thinking about rearing these animals themselves.
Then what happened? Hunters of these animals also followed them. As you know that we human beings, we used to hunt animals. Because these animals, their survival increased, okay, वो ज़्यादा time तक जिंदा रहने लगे. So what happened? The hunting of these animals also increased. They learned about their breeding seasons and food habits. तो humans ने क्या सीखा? उन्होंने सीखा कि कब ये animals breeding करते हैं, okay, and उनकी food habits क्या है. जब human beings ने देखा कि cows तो भाग रही grass की तरफ, they are liking it to eat grass, okay. So then they realized, okay, this is how their food habits is, this is what they like to eat, and also the breeding seasons. What is it? Breeding seasons. तो breeding होती है animals में भी आपको पता है. So उसके बारे में भी information human beings को उस time पता चला. Okay, it all happened during the environmental changes.
During this time, several grain-bearing grasses including rice, barley and wheat grew naturally in different parts of the subcontinent. Early humans collected these grains and used them as food. They learnt their cycle, when they ripened and where they grew. This might have been the beginning of growing plants by humans.
Now, as you know, so many things we are learning. That is, during the environmental changes, जैसे ही ice age से थोड़ा warm होने लगा weather, so many things human beings started learning. First one was what? That the grasslands developed and the animals, they started surviving more. Second, what did the human beings learn? They learned about the food habits of the animals and the breeding seasons. And third is several grain-bearing grasses including rice, barley and wheat grew naturally. अब क्या है? आइस की जगह वार्म वेदर है, तो नेचुरली एग्रीकल्चर भी होगा अच्छे से. एग्रीकल्चर ग्रो करने के लिए क्या चाहिए? इट नीड्स अ सूटेबल वेदर. So because of the environmental changes, these crops started growing naturally. Wheat, rice, barley, धीरे धीरे वो ग्रो होने लगा. फिर ह्यूमन बींग्स ने देखा ये क्या ग्रो हो रहा है, and they might have tried to taste it, and they decided, okay, we should also grow it everywhere wherever it is possible. So this was what the beginning of growing plants by humans.
Case study. Hunski and Bhatnagar Valley in the Deccan have several Stone Age sites. Most of them are early Paleolithic sites. A large number of finished and unfinished tools have been found here. This shows that early humans lived here for a very long time, and the sites were probably habitation as well as factory sites. Most tools were made from limestone, which was locally available.
So this is a case study. It is only for your information. That is the Huntsky and the Peshbal Valley in the decade has several Stone Age sites. Okay. So these two valleys, उनमें क्या evidences दिखते हैं? Stone Age time की evidences दिखते हैं. Okay. And most of them are early Paleolithic sites. So imagine कितने पुराने stones उन्होंने save करके और converse करके रखे हैं. Okay, large number of finished and unfinished tools have been found here. Okay, so all these tools have been found here, that is in these two valleys. Is it clear? So this is only for your information. Okay, so with this we have completed the chapter. Let us go quickly to the worksheets. Now this is your homework, that is write T for true and F for false statements. See, and there are two multiple choice questions over here. So both of these are on page number 18. So this is your homework. Okay, so I hope the topic is clear to all of you and we will meet in the next class. Till that, God bless you all. Goodbye.